March 1939. Hitler's imperialist plans are set in motion. Having invaded the Sudetenland a year earlier, the remainder of Czechoslovakia becomes the new target. Next in line is Poland.
Hitler knows, the Germans know, that they can't win a war if they fight in two directions at once. So Hitler forms a short-term pact.
August the 23rd, 1939. The German-Soviet Non-Aggression Pact is signed. It pledges that there will be no acts of war between the two powers. It also includes a plan to divide a conquered Poland between German and Soviet rule. Now Hitler is ready to invade. Only one thing remains: to convince the German people that it's time to go to war.
Millions of people had been soldiers in the First World War. They knew what was a war about. But on the other hand, it was Poland. And the German-Polish relationship after the First World War was very, very bad. The mood of the German people were becoming very anti-Polish. And the mood in Poland became very anti-German. So attacking Poland was something the Germans were not against.
September the 1st, 1939. The German army, the Wehrmacht, marches into Poland unopposed and without a declaration of war. Mobile infantry units and panzer tank divisions storm across the border. While overhead, the Luftwaffe speeds toward its first targets.
We heard the sound, humming sound of the aircraft. And everybody looked, and the first reaction was, oh, it's our aircraft. But as soon as they came close, and they started machine gunning, and I remember I ran, probably I've never run as fast in my life.
Knowing that Germany is ill-equipped for a long, drawn-out war, Hitler relies on modern military technology and a new, deadly offensive tactic.
Tens of thousands of square miles of territory shrink before the movement of lightning-armored columns. Poland and the world learn the meaning of a grim new word: blitzkrieg.
In the Second World War, planes and tanks are incredibly quick, incredibly sophisticated, and incredibly deadly.
Germany's mobile armoured units race through the countryside. The sheer speed and power of blitzkrieg overwhelms the Polish army.
It became obvious to me the German tactics were not advancing on the broad front, but sending their Stukas ahead, bombing the enemy per hell on a short corridor, and then send the tanks through that.
Poland's 34 million inhabitants, crushed, scattered, and enslaved.
A desperate Poland looks to Great Britain for help. British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain has done everything in his power to avoid war with Germany. But now the time has come to honour the Anglo-Polish Agreement, which had been signed in March 1939 and promised assistance in the event of a German invasion. The British Expeditionary Force, the BEF, is sent to the Franco-Belgian border. At 9 a.m. on September the 3rd, Chamberlain gives Hitler an ultimatum. There's no response. And at 11:15, he makes his fateful broadcast to the nation.
I am speaking to you from the Cabinet Room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now, this country is at war with Germany.